numbers in one, number 3, but it kind of like stung. It actually is an ingredient extracted from salmon sperm. It's not technically a throwaway, but I just would be like, hold on before you buy the new upgrade. Like, hey guys, it's Sue. Welcome back to my channel. Alright guys, today, oh PS, can I just mention, I'm so sorry, but I recently uploaded a poll on my YouTube communities where I asked if you guys are okay with the name Subies for, you know, a little nickname for my followers, and I think 82% of you guys were on board. So there we have it. I'm gonna be honest, it didn't really stick with me in the beginning because it kind of reminded me of boobies, you know, Subies boobies, but like now I'm kind of digging it. I'm into it. So let me guys know what you guys think about the name Subies. And I think I'm a little close to the camera. Yes, I am all over the place. You can see my little towel. I'm hanging it so I can dry it, but it doesn't look aesthetic, so I'm just gonna set that aside. Alright guys, for today's video, it's that time of the month, and I'm not talking about my period, even though I recently had it. Was that a little TMI? Today I'm gonna be talking about some of the empties, and of course, I'm also gonna be mentioning some products that I did not enjoy and will be throwing away or giving them to other people because they're not necessarily bad products on absolute terms. They were just not for me. So without further ado, let's get this video started. You guys know what to do beforehand. Make sure to give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below what has been your favorite empty nowadays. Is it the So Good Feel So Calm Toner Pad? Because I emptied out too. So you know what? Let's just get started. So I have 2 of the So Good Feel So Calm Toner Pads. You guys know I empty these out like 1 every month, so it makes sense I have 2. And if you haven't tried them out, please make sure they do. They're currently sold out on Amazon, but you can get them on other platforms like Star Korean, Wish Trend, Naver if you're residing in Korea. So make sure to check these out. These are very calming toner pads that I created myself, and I do have a little update on them very soon that I think a lot of you guys are gonna enjoy. You know what? I should also mention, recently I went hiking and it was freezing cold. Let me tell you, I felt like I was hiking in Antarctica or something. And the wind, cold wind was going at it on my cheeks, and I forgot to take my face warmer. And so my cheeks got so red and so damaged. So afterwards, when I came back home, I was like, oh, I should, you know, do a little sheet mask to really hydrate, moisturize. And I put on the numbers in one, number 3, but it kind of like stung. So I just decided to put these on, just slap them on, and it just worked fine. It just goes to tell you that these are very gentle. It contains cabbage leaf water, aloe, cucumber, Cica, all of these calming ingredients that's just going to really soothe your skin. So yeah, make sure to check it out. So speaking of that night, actually, when I went hiking, my skin was like really red. When I was going to bed, I wanted to put on something that was like really nourishing, healthy, and it was just going to sort everything out. And I was testing a bunch of stuff, and girl, this combo did it. Because it was just not that day when I went hiking. I also went to this beautiful place in Korea, Gangwon-do. It was like, honestly, I felt like I was back in Sweden where I grew up, and it was beautiful. So I did a couple of hiking during the winter times because hiking in the snowy mountain just hits different. But it was not good for my skin, let me tell you guys that much. So I was experimenting with a lot of products, what worked best, and this combo was the best. So this is my second empties. This is a Rovectin Glow Oil. So as I mentioned in one of my recent videos, Rovectin just went through a whole glow up change. They've completely revamped their packaging, but their content is the same. So this is actually the oil that I also really loved using. I remember I emptied one back in like recently, and then this is my second bottle that I'm emptying because this winter has been very harsh for my skin. So this is an oil that's really great for your skin barrier. It has not only sunflower seed oil, squalane, but it also has neroli oil, and it also contains vitamin E. So this is just going to help restore and really comfort your skin barrier. And I just love mixing this with any creams that you might have. It just really boosts up the function of the cream or the cream's effect. And the next day you can tell, not only has your skin been moisturized, but it feels healed. So I'm almost done with this and I have no regrets. I highly recommend this. This is one of my go-tos during the cold winters just because it pairs well with everything and you can apply it not only on your skin, face, but also your body. Speaking of Rovectin, I just wanted to give these two products a shout out as well. Guys, they also changed the packaging on their very, very famous hyaluronic essence or lotion. It was called lotion. It was very confusing. I'm not gonna lie. It was very, very confusing because lotions are, you know, you tend to think of like a milky lotion cream, like a very, very watery cream. But I feel like the new name essence, the new naming essence suits it way better. So you have this new packaging. Once again, the content is the same, so it's very, very hydrating. And then also want to give this a shout out as well. This is the Rovectin's Cica Clear Blemish Clearing Cream. This is their latest release, and this is a cream that does have more of that gelatin texture like I showed you guys, and it's honestly really, really cool because I don't really come across these. Dude, it really does look like gelatin, like frozen broth stock or something. But I can't wait to use this in the spring summer where I feel like it's going to be more suitable for my skin type because I do have extremely dry cheek areas. But this also has Centella, calamine, and asiatic acid, asiaticoside, metacasic acid, so it's going to be very calming for your skin as well. So make sure to check these out. Definitely this oil. Oh, it's so delicious. Next, talking about Genabelle, I've actually emptied out two bottles of the Genabelle Vita Toning PDRN. Ooh, yes, and I'm on my third one, sorry. This is a delicious ampoule from the brand Genabelle. Genabelle is actually a brand that I got to come across recently. I saw one of the girlies on Instagram use it, and I was like, ooh, I really want to try it. And then my friend Ada, she really loves this PDRN cream, so I also had to check it out. And I gotta say, I really like the brand's products, lineup of products, because they don't really... Okay, so here's the tea. One of the things that I kind of feel icky about, like it gives me the ick, is when brands just seem to follow the trend. And while I get why they do that, it also kind of makes the scene a little boring. It makes the industry a little boring because everyone's coming out with the same product line. Everyone's using the same ingredients, and as a consumer in this industry, it's just getting a little boring sometimes. But what I noticed with Genabelle is that they have a very distinct brand philosophy, and basically it's a brand made by a dermatologist. So what they do is that they kind of try to take what they do at the dermatologist skin clinics and they kind of try to apply it in skincare. That's why one of their main ingredients is PDRN. PDRN, if you guys didn't know, I honestly think this ingredient is we're going to be seeing more of PDRN in the industry, and it's a very interesting ingredient because it actually is an ingredient extracted from salmon sperm. Yes, you've heard me right, salmon sperm. And I gotta be honest, had I known that it was from a salmon sperm, I would have been a little conservative when using these products, but I'm into it too deep now. I can't go back. I'm like, yeah, it works fine. So basically, PDRN is an amazing ingredient that is used at skin clinics to help with regeneration. So anytime you have like intense scarring and you have deep cuts, they will inject PDRN, and that will help really, really regenerate your skin in a very fast, healthy way. So what they did is that they put that into skincare and they combined it with vitamins. So these ampoules is not going to help with regeneration, but elasticity and brightening, and it also helps with skin texture. Now, the reason why I've been going ham with this ampoule is that formulation is it hits the spot for me. And so ever since my encounter with the Surian toner, which was such a home run for me, I've been a little bit more picky about my serums and like the amount of viscosity that each product has, and this is just perfect. It's not too heavy, but it's not overwhelming, but it's very glowing without giving like the heaviness or the oiliness. So it just really, really hits the spot. And also the capsules, the vitamin capsules inside, they don't bother my skin at all. You guys know I do have really, really sensitive cheek areas, but with these, I'm just like, I don't have to melt them beforehand. They just really melt nicely on my skin. So yeah, they've been working perfectly, and I'm already on my third bottle, but make sure to check it out. All right, next is the Vita. Oh yes, let's talk about this one, the Vita Reduce Shot. Need I say more? Need I say more? This is beautiful. I don't think, I'm gonna be honest though, I mastered 300 and the next step is 700 and I don't know if I'm ready for that because 700 seems intense. Like 300 I feel like is the perfect step for me, level for me. So I did a whole video on this if you guys want to check it out. But basically it's got these little micro needles made out of silica, and basically these micro needles, they're going to open up pathways in your skin so that all of these other actives that you apply on can have a better and faster effect. And also what I've noticed immensely with this is that it does feel like it's really great for my pores. Like it feels like it's kind of tightening them, helping it with the elasticity and the skin texture, and also it helps speed up like the regeneration process for me. So this I've used and I will be opening up a second one, but yeah, I'm done with this one. I also have some cleansing oils that I loved using. I have the Bobbi Brown Soothing Cleansing Oil. This is my go-to. This is my holy grail, and I was like on the hunt to find like the affordable versions of this, which I did, and it is a Skin 104 Madagascar cleansing oil. That's the one I'm using right now. And I also loved using the Mixsoon Bean cleansing oil. This is another dupe that's very similar. So if you guys want to check out another option other than the Skin 104, this is also one that I highly recommend. It's very light, it's effective, it clears all of my makeup. So yeah, cleansing oils. Last but not least, I do have this. Oh, this is a beautiful toner. I absolutely loved and enjoyed. This is VNA Antioxidant Essence Toner. So last year, I believe, was it last year? Yeah. Time really does fly. Was it 2 years ago? I forgot. I'm getting old, guys. I'm getting old. So sometime recently, I worked with VNA on their polytenol line, antioxidant line, and it's just so beautiful. The formulation, the fragrance, the packaging, the whole experience with this brand, I was truly impressed. Especially this toner. To be honest, at first, I was more into their sheet mask and their serum and their cream and not so much their toner. But this, I don't know. It just had the right amount of viscosity, like 2%. This doesn't have 3, it has 2% of viscosity, so it's pretty light. But I felt like it just did the perfect amount of job to prep my skin, especially, you know, to handle the dehydratedness. And the scent is so luxurious and it's not overpowering. It's not one that gives me a headache, and it absorbs very well, and it also has antioxidant effects as well. So this was one that my hand just kept reaching out for. It just, I love the whole experience with it. These also have 95% up black tea as well, which have very potent antioxidant effects. But once you splash these on, it just really hydrates your skin, and it does a really good job in making them feel very charged in the least overwhelming way, which is all I'm really looking for in skincare. All right, now let's talk about the throwaways. And once again, guys, a disclaimer, I'm not saying these are bad products on the definitive term. I'm just saying they didn't work for me. First, we have the Laura Mercier Weightless Perfecting Foundation. Yes, this is the foundation that went viral on TikTok. Everyone was talking about it, and I had to check it out for myself because I actually love base products. I don't know if you guys know this, but I actually love makeup itself. I love testing out new foundations. I love testing out new eye palettes, eye makeup palettes, lip products. I just opened up a new one from Esport. You get the point. So, and I don't know, guys, this did not work well on me. I know that it worked well for Glamzilla and her skin looked flawless and it looked beautiful, but this was hella too dry for my skin. I actually went to the department store to kind of ask about it, and the makeup artist was like, oh, you're actually supposed to use this with a buffing brush. So she did, and she did a very sheer layer. I didn't know this was supposed to be that sheer because in the viral TikTok video, like, I know Glamzilla actually put on a pretty thick, it seemed like a good amount of layer on it, right? No, the makeup artist was like, oh no, this is supposed to go on very weightlessly, breathlessly. So it really looked like my skin, but it wasn't so much better. It was like a little better because it's so sheer, and it's very matte. It's not, actually, I take that back, it's very velvety, which is kind of like similar to matte, but it's not like drying, but it's pretty powdery. So in this intense cold ass winter, that is a huge no for my skin, because my skin, especially my cheek areas, gets so dry in the wintertime. So this was like a no for me. I tried it with a flat brush. it was still a no for me because once again, it's too sheer and it's too velvety. But I do think this will work great if you do have more of like a combo oily skin, just because on my forehead, it actually looks really nice. But it does, I've noticed it does have a little bit of oxidization going on. And so I don't know. Okay, the next one, well, you guys guessed it. This is the Estor Atoberry 365 Cream Derma On. I won't be throwing this away because I really want to give it a go. Like, I want to give it a true go before I'm just like, I'm so done with this, because I think that's only fair, right? But it's just, I had to, it's not like technically a throwaway, but I just would be like, hold on before you buy the new upgrade. Like, you guys, I absolutely love the version before they upgraded it. It was like, I was actually gonna do a whole video on it. Like, it wasn't even sponsored. I was like, Subies, if you guys have damaged skin barrier, you have to try this out. Like, I was ready. And then they came out with an upgrade, which does feel different. So I know that they've upgraded the ingredient list, which is fine. They've put in more ceramides in it, but it's just a formulation that I'm just like, I miss the oiliness of it because the newer version is a lot lighter. So my theory is that, you know, with a lot of skincare brands, they do this. You know, they upgraded the Laneige Cream Skin and this one and the Hera Black Cushion. And sometimes the upgrades work. Like for me, I love the new upgraded version of the Black Cushion. But with the Laneige Cream Skin, you guys know that was like, I was devastated when they upgraded it because once again, it became lighter. So my theory is because brands need to maximize the profit, you know, obviously Amore is like a huge conglomerate. My theory is that they're trying to widen the audience of consumers who can potentially buy this because they already have such a good backstory behind these star products. They're like, this is #1. Everyone knows about cream skin and everyone knows that Atoberry is good. So they want to reach out to a wider audience of different skin types so that more people can use them. That's my theory of why they make this so much lighter. And the same thing goes for the cream skin. The cream skin feels a lot lighter too. That's why I no longer reach out for it because it doesn't really hit the same way. So I feel like that's what's going on. But I will try at least half of this tub before telling you guys whether you guys should go buy it or not. So I'll be really diligent about this, but so far she's not looking cute. It's not looking good, guys. Like, I don't know why they did that. I wish they just came out with like a different version, like additional version, you know, and just kept the original. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, that's my 2 cents. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think of the upgrade on this. If you guys tried it, let me know what you guys think about it. But that's it for today's video. Make sure to give this a thumbs up and I'll see you guys in my next